So today is September 10th, it's a Wednesday, and it's been right at a week since my last video. But I've still been very disciplined with my meditating. Haven't been as structured, but I have been doing it, and obviously need to get back to being regular with these videos. Not that I got a giant audience listening at this point. This is a lot for me. Obviously more for me than it is for anyone else. I think I have 5 subscribers, and most of the views are probably me. But I do want to get back to doing these because they are very helpful for me, and maybe someday someone will find them helpful. You would wonder why maybe I got away from it. Ironically, good things started happening, and unfortunately, human nature, you would think, oh, well, great, you would keep doing it. Well, it's kind of like exercise. Exercise, you oftentimes don't want to do it at all. I don't want to wake up and go hit cardio at dark 30, or get out in the rain maybe, or whatever. Get off the couch sometimes. But I have never worked out and said, God, I really wish I hadn't done that. I always feel better. And you would think, well, damn, why doesn't everybody just do that? We just oftentimes don't do what's best for us. And, that's something that if you're struggling with, set daily disciplines for yourself that you're going to do, whether the day is good, bad, indifferent, whatever, you're going to do them. And you stick to that, and I promise you, first thing that'll happen is you're going to change. And then as you change, incredible things begin to happen for you. And these things don't have to take a tremendous amount of time. I believe if you could truly tap into your internal and eternal power that was given to you at creation by God, I feel like if you could truly tap into it, the message of Jesus and maybe many of the other saints and prophets from various religions even would probably become very clear to you. I think it would be like all of a sudden understanding a new language. It could happen quickly. But just because it doesn't, you don't give up on it. And you need to step back and recognize that immediately. One thing I can tell you that's going to, I guarantee, is if you begin doing that, you will feel better. You'll begin to feel an optimism, that you might not naturally feel. A hope that maybe this will work. And then as you see things that come along and you reinforce it to yourself, you go, wow, yeah, I am as powerful as what you would imagine being created in the image of God would mean. But something happened today that I did want to touch on. I know not many people, I think I have 5 people that have subscribed, and that's probably me and my wife and I don't know, a couple of family members, but and nobody, I'm not deluded, I get it, not many people are seeing these. But in the event that someone now or in the future looks at it, I would like to talk about something. Today, a political figure was assassinated, murdered. And his name was Charlie Kirk. And whether you agree or disagree with Charlie, and I'll be up front, I agreed with many things and disagreed with many things. And you might look at me and assume, well, you're an older white man, you're a staunch Republican conservative. I'm certainly not Republican in terms of following the standard GOP. I probably have some conservative tendencies, especially fiscally for the country. But I don't like the government imposing on the bedroom and getting involved in things that really weren't meant for the founding fathers didn't mean for. I don't agree with that. I don't think that we need to call ourselves a Christian nation because we shouldn't have a national religion. And that's not a knock against Christianity at all. And I think if you truly are Christian, you probably would go, yeah, I agree with that. If you understand the Republic and how we were, or the idea that the founding fathers had, it doesn't mean there aren't some principles that we follow that are Judeo-Christian. That's okay. And it's okay to say that. It's also okay to disagree with someone on the other side, but not hate them. There is so much incredible division in our country that it should scare you. It should really scare you. Because I believe that there are forces, I don't know who they are, but the they that everyone talks about, that thrive on division. And I don't think these people, I think they are above the political fray. They're here and together. And up there is no left or right. There's just up. And to them, it's up or down. And they don't want to go down. They don't want to, and when I say down to the common land where we are. They don't want to be that. They don't want that. And, who would, I guess? But I think not all. I don't know how, I don't know anything about that. I'm not trying to start a conspiracy or talk about a conspiracy. I just think that there are people who are more powerful because of our division. But as a country, and as a people, we are much stronger united. And I wasn't always open-minded. I didn't always look at things in the way that I do now. But after we had our daughter, and my wife and I raised her, and now my wife and I have a grandbaby, she and I talk from time to time about this subject, or actually we talk a lot about it, but it helps you to look at other people and try to imagine they were that baby. They were someone's baby at some point. And hopefully someone really loved them. In the case of many of the people that are out there, they weren't ever loved, and that's sad. And, but they were a child. They were someone's baby. And so we need to have that approach, the initial approach, as love. Love for one another, love for mankind. Jesus said that it's love of fellow man is everything. To do that is to love yourself, to love God, to love and to avoid the negative and the evil. And it's just, we get attached to these opinions that we have. And rather than step back and go, we don't need to all agree, that wouldn't be good, because we can't grow that way. But we don't need this fighting. We don't need to be killing each other for our opinions. And like I said, it has nothing to do with what side that person's on. It would sicken me if the whatever that equivalent leader is on the left were to pass or to be murdered. It would sicken me just as much. So I guess the real message is that, at this point, this section at least, is to try to really let your heart be filled with love. Love for yourself, number one, because then you can love others. But if you don't love yourself, it's really hard. And I know, because I've spent many years not loving myself. But love yourself, love others, and, You don't have to agree. You shouldn't feel compelled to agree. And if people are cruel to you, mean, because you don't agree, I'm not saying to just appease them and say, oh, okay, I do. I see your point. You don't have to do that. What you can say is, look, I completely disagree with you. And I would love to believe that I could talk to you and you would see things my way. But you may not. And that's okay, because you're a human every bit as much as me. And I love you. And if I can help you with anything, I will. I'm not going to agree with you. I'm not going to see things through your eyes. But I'm also not going to be cruel to you. I'm not going to treat you in a way that you don't deserve. So think about those things. Our children are coming up. This country is not perfect, far from perfect, but it's the best plan that mankind has ever had on how to harmoniously live together. And we're really screwing that up. I have a grandbaby, as I said, and another on the way, and I don't want that life for her. I don't want that world for her or for them. I want to know that when I die, that the world is a little bit more peaceful, that America is safer, that they have a better chance even than I did. That's all I want. And you know what? I believe that no matter where you fall politically, that's really all you want to, is to be happy and to leave the world a tad bit better than whenever you came into it. I really appreciate you listening to me. Sorry this one went long. Reach out to me if there's anything that I can do. I'd love to hear from anyone. And, just stick with it and love yourself.